Well, it's a couple of days later and I've just been up to the offices and I've got my permission so I can film around the shopping centre this afternoon unimpeded. So we'll have a little bit of a look now.
I'll start today's look around outside the shopping centre by this modernist building with its colours clearly designed to mimic the skyline.
Well, I'm at the eastern end of the Milton Keynes shopping centre, the main shopping centre. There's two, this is the largest one and there's a small one after. So let's go in and have a little bit of a look around.
Here's a map to all the stores available inside the centre. Upon entering, there's no sign of any shops. Not yet, anyway.
Well, as you can see, you're immediately greeted with an oasis of greenery, and all these plants are real, I should add. They're not plastic. The leaves look shiny because apparently they look after them very well. They put something on them to keep them in tip-top condition. The inside of the shopping centre is all on a single floor. It's all on the ground floor, but it's a very tall building. So what you get is an unusually light and airy, spacious sort of sense. It's also done on very generous proportions as well. So let's have a little look at that.
This exotic tree towers above the walkway. There's somewhere stylish to rest. I'm no architectural expert, but this has a touch of the Art Deco about it, to my eye. A shaded spot with seating.
Well, they've got all the usual sort of shops here that you might expect. There's a big John Lewis, Costa, etc, etc. There's even a Poundland actually. And behind me there's an exhibition area, and they change that regularly. They have different things here, and at the moment, tantalisingly, they're just setting up a Bentley exhibition. Another day, another Pret. They really do the best coffee, and they're not paying me to say that either. Only thing is, as I said last time, I find it really noisy inside their shops, their cafes, whatever you want to call them. I think most of the noise comes from the refrigeration units, as far as I could work out just now. So I'm just good out here, and I've got a ham and grieve cheese roll again as well. I need something to sustain me after walking up and down this place. This place has a really good connection with the outside. Wherever you are, you can see what the weather's like, because there's plenty of glass and obviously no floors above. I can see the outdoor market there, it's just a stone's throw away. Hello, what's this next to me?
It's one very ornate clock. No idea what this is, but I bet you could get a tune out of it. This is a sign for an eatery. And here's a good view of a typical section of the mall.
Was it Shakespeare that once said, "To know Milton Keynes is to love it"? Well, I'm sure he would have said that.
A high ceiling, plenty of glass and plenty of light. This lighting array with its orangey browns reminds me of the 60s.
Well, I think I've come to the end of this side of the shopping centre, so before I go back down the other side, I'm going to go and have a look in the other bit, but I can't take you with me because I neglected to get permission to film in that bit, unfortunately. I'm not going to faff around with all that, so this will give you a good enough flavour of it anyway. Just talking to the security guy in there, the one that busted me the other day for not having a permit. You know, I think the point that came from all this is it's the kind of place, because it's different to everywhere else, you really do have to get to know it to like it, and it's growing on me, I have to say.
I keep seeing these around the place.
As you can see, everywhere you go, there's loads and loads of parking. Everything's laid out in a grid. I think the idea really is you would come into town by car, obviously, and then you stop outside the area that you want to visit, and then you hop back into your car, go another few hundred yards, and go to another bit. Because it's really easy to get around here with the car. Plenty of road, plenty of parking. But you can get around on foot just as well. It's just that everything's quite a long way apart. Well, I didn't manage to find the other little bit of shopping centre in the end anyway, so you haven't missed anything. I'm right on the outskirts now, or getting that way, and I'm no longer sure what this area is used for. I'm not sure if it's offices or housing or a bit of both. I think a bit of both actually. Again, there's plenty of parking.
This might be offices. And this looks like accommodation or offices. The architecture is strong and bold. No graffiti down here, you'll note. I never did find the train station. Plenty of these. They seem to be everywhere. I think you hire them with an app. I bet the entrance to your shopping centre doesn't look like this. The 60s again. And a cheery artwork by the centre's officers.
And behind me, of course, one place I'm no stranger to now.
Do they decorate this for Christmas, I wonder? It really does go on and on.
Well, one thing I've noticed, there's quite a few of the usual sort of fast food chain type places in here, but you can't smell them at all. You can walk right past and there's absolutely no aroma of fat or cooking food or anything, so they must have pretty strict regulations on how good the ventilation's got to be. And I walked right past the McDonald's and all I could smell was sort of fragrances and floral things, so most unusual.
Ice cream, anyone?
Proper car. Well, I think that about concludes my tour of the shopping mall for today, so I'm going to make my way out and head back to the boat. So there you have it, narrowboating with a difference.
I'm almost back where I started from,